Hello, dear friends. Welcome back to Graceful Living and welcome to all of you that are new here today. In today's video, I could not resist. I wanted to get back to a store and do a Friday series once again because there is just so much out there right now with Christmas right around the corner. I know so many of us have already began to decorate and some of us are still in those thinking stages, maybe thinking about what we might do to change things up this year. And I'll be honest, sometimes it's hard to come up with new ideas all the time, especially all on your own. So I thought this series could help us all just a little bit, and I think it really has in the past. At least it has for me. Today I am back at Hobby Lobby taking in all the new items they have, and honestly, I think there is even more to come once fall is gone away. But before we really dive into this video, I have to say a huge thank you to Liz from Traditions by the Seasons. Last week, she gave me and a few others just starting out here on YouTube a huge shout out. I was in tears, happy tears, of course, as I listened to her sweet words. She was incredibly kind and oh so thoughtful. Liz truly encompasses the characteristic of being a beautiful, selfless human being. And I believe this to be one of the most important traits any Christian can have, so much so that the Lord saw fit to make it the second most important of all commandments. So even though I wish there were greater words to say, thank you, Liz. From the bottom of my heart, I have ended up with around 500 new subscribers, and I could not be more grateful to you and to all of you that have chosen to come over and subscribe. Thank you so very much. So as you can already see, my cart is filling up rather quickly. I hit that very first aisle and fell in love with some of the most amazing dinner plates. And so I went with that. Now I'm going to just work my way through the remaining aisles to see what catches my eye all along the way. And then we will find a place to set it all up. Now, if you are new, I know I mentioned that this is a Friday series, and this is something I came up with back in June, I believe. I know we all don't always have the extra money to go out and make new purchases every season, and that is not what this is about at all. This is coming up with different ways to either incorporate some new items into our decor or thinking about new ways to use what we already have on hand. And it has done just that for me. I know being out there, just looking at things differently has enabled me to come home and kind of reuse and repurpose items I have already in my storehouse here at home. So I'm hoping that that will do the same for you. Now, as far as doing this here in the store, no worries. The managers all know what I am here for, and they actually invite me in with open arms. I am sure you have already noticed the items I have gravitated to all have some similarities in the color department. I didn't even intend on coming in here to do that. That is just what my eye is naturally drawn to. This made me pay closer attention to others' carts to see what they were gravitating to, and it was so neat to see the different displays being put together in someone's mind that was in their cart. All throughout the store, I saw one cart that was full of elf pieces. And I've never picked up an elf before, so that really struck me as very different. One was all types of trees. That was it, just different trees in golds and greens. And then another cart was full of everything gold. Not one other color, every single thing was gold. Another one was pure blue. So it's so interesting to see how many different interests are all together in one location. Now, I was very lucky because my little spot was all cleared off for me today, but I did want to work quickly because they were bringing out box after box, and I knew they would soon need this spot to set up on. So I tried to get everything out of my cart and then I set to work. The first items I am working with are these beautiful dinner plates with the word Mary written across in black. Of course, I love different fonts, so I was immediately drawn to them, and then the font being black, so that was even more appealing to my eye, so I picked them up right away. And then as I turned the corner by the lanterns and found these greenhouse lanterns, I could not pass them by. I think they are the perfect pairing, and I absolutely love the idea of them being all lit up by candlelight. I did make the mistake and I ended up only grabbing one of these greenery sprays, and I think I could have used another or even two more, but for the sake of time, I didn't run back to get any. I think this idea would be absolutely gorgeous with any lanterns, even if they were all different in size and shape, but spreading them out across the table would be so beautiful to my eye. Now, the gold ornaments are there to incorporate as a filler to add in another pop of gold. I think this would be so gorgeous. I love this idea. Now, as normal, I will go ahead and insert a picture of each item and its price tag just in case you are interested in purchasing anything here today. Remember, a lot of items can be found on their website as well, so always check that out too. And one more thing to remember is that their Christmas decor is already marked down 50% off, so keep that in mind as you are looking at the prices. next little table setup became a favorite today. In fact, once I got done here and started putting everything back in its proper place, there were only 2 of the Nutcracker plates left in the store. So needless to say, they were just too cute to pass by. And as normal for me, I pondered back and forth about purchasing some for myself and decided to do so. I love the colors, obviously, and I love the fact that I think they can go in a very whimsical direction or a very elegant, depending on your preference. So I didn't want to lose out on them, being they had sold out so quickly while I was here. Now, I did take time into consideration when I put this grouping together and tried to place a few different ideas onto the table to show what can be paired with these items. You could do it all if you did choose to, or just pick bits and pieces to go with the items you already have on hand. Obviously, more greenery would be perfect, and spreading some of the items out further along your tabletop would be perfect as well, or adding some to your buffet so that it all marries together is another great idea. Once again, using ornaments as filler. Unfortunately, the pick aisle was blocked off the whole time I was there, so I wasn't able to incorporate any this time, but they would be another choice. Really quickly, I wanted to add in a table runner I had found. I think it is absolutely gorgeous and worth showing. They had black and an ivory as well. So if you are looking for something like this, they are here. Again, just using a few pieces brings it all together so nicely. I think some beautiful picks would also add so much here. And of course, once your stemware, napkins, and silverware are all atop your table, it would be exquisite. I love the look of these gold wired trees and think another great look would be to line your table runner with them, or even simple bottle brush trees at different heights, creating a simple yet extremely elegant look. Now to put all of this back, but before I leave, I wanted to create one more look and then show you some simple stocking ideas that help to dress up ordinary stockings in a jiffy. So for the next look, I wanted to try and create a small winter scene. So the first thing I did grab was the icy garland and this beautiful stocking. Now, once again, I will show you later on how to kind of elevate a stocking really quickly, but I'm gonna grab a couple of these furry trees that remind me so much of snow, and a couple of these silvery gray ones as well. I think they are going to pair so well together. And of course, the word joy is so special. Now, I did go ahead and try to create this little vignette all on its own without any greenery, and I think it is very pretty. But I think greenery adds so much, so I did run and get some really quick to try and incorporate it into the grouping. Obviously, once you were able to get this icy garland home, you could open it up and make it even more grand. Then by intertwining it with the greenery, I think it would send it over to that next level. These little tablescapes could be used anywhere around the house. Obviously, a dining room table, coffee table, buffet, bookshelf, mantle, and the list goes on and on. Now, I know I love the color green and use it all through my home, but this really does look so much better to me. I feel like all the other decor pieces pop now. It gives the icy garland a backdrop to stand out from. And once again, once that icy garland is pulled apart and fluffed out, I think it would be absolutely gorgeous. Last thing I wanted to share was how I have used trim pieces to elevate our stockings to create our own little collection of sorts. Here at Hobby Lobby, they have so much trim to choose from and ribbon galore, so there really are endless opportunities to create something that truly speaks to you and your family. You can easily hot glue it all on and it will last 4 years. At home, I have used trim and ribbon both to make ours stand out and look quite a bit different than what they did when I first purchased them. And I was even able to make mine look a little more feminine as well. Earlier, I mentioned Liz's amazing shout out of not only my channel, but a few others as well. And that still has me so in awe. It is not often you find someone willing to celebrate another's accomplishments. And she went above and beyond celebrating with us. She shared our accomplishments with all of you. As I began to type out this part of my voiceover this morning, a devotion from my husband came over my phone, and I noticed he had used the same text I had wanted to share with all of you. Now, I'm going to kind of skip around so you can read it in full for yourself. It's Romans 12:9-21. Let love be without hypocrisy, detest evil, cling to what is good. Love one another deeply as brothers and sisters. Outdo one another in showing honor. Rejoice with those who rejoice. Weep with those who weep. Live in harmony with one another. If possible, as far as it depends on you, live at peace with everyone. Do not be conquered by evil, but conquer evil with good. Ronnie also shared if we start the day with a basic commitment to treat people as we wish to be treated and to be experienced by others as the aroma of Christ, in so doing, you'll bring glory to Christ and find favor with others. In so doing, you will be a light in a dark world and be wisely investing in relationships around you. In so doing, you'll be a living witness and storing up goodwill from others for the future. In so doing, Liz truly touched my heart, and I am forever grateful. Now, I want to thank each and every one of you for coming along with me today. I hope that you have a wonderful rest of your week. Remember to stay safe, be blessed, and I will see you in the next one. Goodbye, everyone.